All right, traders, to watch this video for Tuesday, February 5th. Another green day in the SPY, very powerful. Another great day in the chat room. For those of you that didn't make it today, I got to share this one with you because it just met so many of the parameters we teach in our course and we teach in the chat room. Superimpose some screenshots from chat just to show you that how many times this PYX was posted before it did this right here, right? It was kind of chopping around sideways. Other stocks were strong. It was on the watch list. So then I put 1243, which was what, probably somewhere in here. That was that volume spike right there, right? So put it on the radar. Again, worth watching for a possible setup over 16 later, and that's when it was somewhere in here. And then PYX might set up through 16. Another reminder, what, like 20-something, 25 minutes later by JC. I just love the teamwork in there. Then Wayne spots the volume, which was on this candle. I spotted the volume. You can see exact same time. Look at that. 149 and 18 seconds. Wayne and I both saw the volume and posted it. Wayne gives the idea, I like it through 16. Whole number inflection point. High of day above. Recent high flyer. Pot stock, right? And they were on fire today. It just met all the parameters. Oh, and a big seller on the tape. And it went, let me get this out of the way. It ended up going to, and by the way, the daily chart still looks good and is on watch for tomorrow. It went to 1785. So I actually took the freeze frame screenshot, when it was like up here, but it ended up going to almost 18. And I'll just start the watch list with that because we are going to watch that one tomorrow. I like this 2-day run. Sellers came in, and right away, sellers kind of failing again. Keep an eye on that 200-day, though. That could be a problem, but I really like it over this recent 3-day high. So that one's on watch. Also, quick shout-out to Jane. If you don't know, if you weren't there this morning, Jane's trading with broken ribs and on morphine. I won't tell the story, but she was on fire today. AXSM, as it started to curl up, she puts it on my radar. She posts AXSM curling. I saw the high of day was 45. I saw a big seller on the tape at 45. Friday's high was just a nickel above that, and the daily chart looked really good. So called it long through 45, but I wouldn't have seen it if it wasn't for Jane's post. Another great example of the teamwork. And from 945, it ended up just really quickly pushing through Friday's high. There was the 945 break, about 20 cents risk. Pushed right away through Friday's high, a little hiccup, and then took off again and ended up closing strong. I don't know. After that big 2-day run, I don't even know if I'm going to watch it tomorrow. It'll probably be on a chart somewhere, but I did want to give props to Jane because that was a really nice one. And speaking of Jane, she also gave ACB, which we had put on the gap playlist, right? It was one of our typical sellers come in, sellers fail scenarios on a morning gap play. So there's the opening 2-minute candle. As it started to curl up, Jane said ACB red to green, which is just through the opening print. It's 762, and look what happened. I mean, never looked back. And from 762, ended up going all the way to 833, and really nice volume. So I'm going to watch this one, kind of have that cup and handle look, and then, maybe day one of that cup and handle breakout today. So I do want to watch that one tomorrow as well. But just a fantastic example of teamwork in chat today. A great heads up by Jane. MLNT. Big volume for this stock and closed pretty strong. We'll see if we get some kind of setup tomorrow in that one. PYX already talked about. EYEN had this gap up. Sellers came in. It basically filled the gap and starting to curl back up nicely. So it really looks good. Maybe through 4. That might take it through that 420 high. Who knows? Maybe that 200-day comes into play. So it's definitely interesting because of the recent high relative volume in the name. ADIL. Had this, I don't know, kind of almost a 2-day run here, and then today kind of a quiet inside day. No setup in it today. It was on watch today, but I like the fact that, it sold off a little bit. I like it more going into tomorrow than I did today because it was actually kind of extended. So we'll see. SXTC, after this big pop, it had a 2nd-day pop, and then now you've got a couple red days on declining volume. Certainly goes on watch to possibly turn back up tomorrow. TMSR, massive move here, but gave a lot of it back and then gave some more of it back on a gap down today. I don't love this one, but I do think it's worth having on radar. Any stock that can, let's see, today, Friday, it went from 292 to 947 on over 7 million shares. Any stock that can make that kind of intraday move has to go on watch the next day, all right? Or the next few days, I should say. AVCO. You know what? I've had this one on watch for like 3 or 4 days, and so now it just defaults to my watch list again until it just round trips or does something. But I'm liking this one less and less because it's just plopping around. And for me, as you guys know, as most of you know, I want to trade a stock that is in play, meaning like high relative volume, a nice move in the name within the past. Really, I don't like to go farther than a week ago, right? So we're getting there, right? It had this nice day right here, which was now I think over a week ago, where it went from 575 to 925, but it's really kind of fallen off the radar. 214,000 shares traded today. It is holding the 20-day, so I'm going to put it on watch again, but it hasn't given even a semblance of a possible entry since I've been watching it the last few days. Remember, my favorite thing I'd like to see would be an after. I like these tight ranges that it's put in the last few days, but we didn't get an afternoon breakout of that range. 1, 2, 3, now 4 days in a row. So maybe tomorrow we get a range like this and then an afternoon breakout. I think we could get a squeeze. So I am going to keep it on watch for another day or two. We'll see. And then BTX, after this big move, now you're 4 days lower on declining volume. That one's going to go on watch too. We'll add some gappers to this list as well. Again, fantastic teamwork in the chat room today, and let's do it all again tomorrow. See you guys in chat.